My name is Nina. I was going to be your intermission today. I was going to go in between, but I was running a little late. So we're going to give you a nice little skit that I wrote up. I don't want to talk for that long, but I was just sitting for a long time. I know you guys want to get home and do this stuff. Okay, so you ready? Are you ready? All right, come on, you just have this.
I'm the doctor. I just got
She's
my
the
mind
doctor.
today.
So she did it last week. That's not what happened. Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm at the doctor's right now. I need to get to practice though, because they're taking forever and I'm just ready to go. Yeah, no, I need a new patient. I already know. Yeah, Kanisha's in the car. She's eating her food. She's on Twitter doing all that social network stuff. You know how they do. All right, wait. The doctor's coming right now, so I gotta go. All right, Dad, let me back.
All right, Ms. Butler, we have your test results, and I have to tell you, it's not looking so good. You've been diagnosed with this disease called celiac. You know anything about that?
What's that?
Well, based off of the different tests we ran, we concluded you have celiac. We decided to do a biopsy, as you well know. That came back conclusive that it's celiac, and that is something we do when people come in and complain about constant stomach aches and such.
Right, okay. So, what do we need to do? I have to go to practice soon. So, give me the pills. We'll go
Yes,
down.
well, let's talk about the practice. We would like very much for you to discontinue that.
Well, wait, okay. I gotta go to Worlds. I want to be on ESPN, so I can't do this thing you call a break. I can't do that. No, I can't. Sorry.
Well, Ms. Bella, your iron levels are very low. That's the contributing factor for you being so tired. Vitamins are low. You need to take some time to build up your system. This is a serious health problem. Now, I don't know why you would object to the doctor's instructions to get more rest. Maybe you can try Worlds next year. Just give your body a chance to rest. We'll see you back in a month. We're going to set you up an appointment with the nutritionist. We want you to follow up with her twice a week and come back and see me next month. We'll talk about this cheering thing next year maybe, okay?
But do you think there's like a pill I can take? I mean, what
No, ma'am, this is serious. Just get home, get some rest, put all your assignments of cheering, all of your goals, put them on hold until next year. You're still young. You got time, okay?
All right, Doc. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I'll see you next month. All right, Kanisha, it's they said I had to change my life. They said I can't do what I do. I can't perform. I can't. So does that mean you're not going to be ready for it?
Yeah, right.
I mean, they're saying I have to take a break and I can't. I have to change this lifestyle. I have to rest. And you know I have to go to Florida to perform on ESPN. So like, they don't believe in just stopping everything. I can't go and be like, yeah, we got to stop. This is what we had planned for months. We're scheduled before. We have to win the championship. So I don't.
So
But I
are we
guess-
going to believe in what these doctors say, or are we going to walk by faith? You remember when your mom had her breast cancer scare and she prayed through it all and walked by faith and not by sight, and she was able to get through. And now 4 years later, she's healthy and everything is fine. So now it's your turn, and you have us to help you through it.
You're right. I shouldn't be all negative and just put it by faith in these doctors. It's just an evil report. So I just gotta do what I gotta do. You know, I can change my lifestyle. I can change eating. I can do that, but I shouldn't rest, right? I shouldn't go home. I should go to practice, right? You think I should go to practice?
You should work on your diet,
Okay.
and let's take it one step at a time. But keep your faith, and it may not be over just yet.
All right. So we can finish this season out with a bang.
With the bang.
So basically, in 2012, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease called celiac. I cannot digest any wheat gluten products, so when I was digesting that for 17 years, it wasn't breaking down, so I was always sick. And I never went to, I was homeschooled because I couldn't really go to school. So my mom kept me home, and I still cheered, but I was still feeling bad. So when I got diagnosed, they basically told me to put it on hold, just stop everything. I was on a liquid diet for 3 weeks, and then I built back up my food tolerance so I could eat. But I really didn't let that stop me, because I look back at my mom, and she had breast cancer, and she had stage 4, and she was promised 4 months to live. So I was like, I can't really give up like that. So even though I was feeling kind of sick and stuff like that, I just really, let me get this together. I just had to look at her, and because I was 16 when they told me that I wouldn't see her anymore, they're just going to take her away from me. So I was like, I can't let that like faze me really. So I finished that season out of the bank. We got 5th in the nation. We were still on ESPN, and yeah, so I broke up that season. So it was Maryland Sisters. So it was a real good accomplishment for us, because they didn't really they got like 20th and stuff like that. So our team really brought it out there. And I honestly, when this happened, 2 weeks, it happened 2 weeks before I had to perform. So I went 2 weeks without performing, without practicing. I was just at the practice lifting a little bit, but I never got to put my 100% in there. But when I hit that stage, I forgot about everything the doctors told me, and I just put my all into it. And now it's 2 years later. I gained some weight because I went down to 90 pounds, hair falling out, just depressed, because it affects your serotonin. It really affects everything, and I do have thyroid disease too. So I was all like, they were just throwing everything at me, just saying, your blood work's being this, your blood work's that, you shouldn't do this, you should be going crazy in the doctor's office. Why? Like, they wanted to have me in the hospital, all this stuff, just do these tests. So I mean, I played their little game for that summer, but recently I decided I'm just gonna live my life how I want to live my life. I eat gluten-free, I try to eat gluten-free, I try to, bear with them, because that's basically the cure for my disease. They say it's just a gluten-free diet, because it's a genetic disease I was born with, but I was breastfed for so long, only thing that flared up was stress, and stress from competing and traveling and stuff like that. So 2 years later, I'm healthy, skin not breaking out no more, I'm not depressed, my body has been restored, whether they say it is or not. I can go back. They told me to come back 2 years later to go under the biopsy and so they can test everything. I decided not to do that. I just decided if, I can still continue to do what I did, I can just live life how I want to live life. If my mom can beat cancer, nothing is going to put me down. She had cancer twice. So I'm like, you can't do this to me. I don't believe in that. So I got a tattoo on my foot that says walk by faith and not by sight. And I just dedicated myself to the word, coming to church, and I feel better ever since. No more throwing up on my food. And
glory to God.
Y'all did a twist on me. I thought it was a play, but then it jumped into real. And I like friends like that.
My God.
Yeah, I like friends like that. And then I like that you were able to grab hold of a winning testimony, your mama.
My God.
A winning testimony. And the same God your mama served.
Come on here.
It's the same God that you serve. And that same anointing of the Almighty God that raised Jesus from the dead is quickening your mortal body. We set ourselves in total agreement from the top of your head down to the very soles of your feet. In the name of Jesus. Nina, gone with you.